Hey everyone, thank you for checking this video. Today is not a traditional tutorial, but today is something more of a conversation. Conversation about professional retouching, and with focus on the term frequency retouching, which is not professional retouching. So I want to set the record straight. What is frequency retouching? If you are beginning, if you are searching for retouching techniques, you might have used it. So I want to tell you a few words from myself about this, about the dangers of this, about maybe good sides, maybe something else. But I want to talk about a few things and set the record straight from the perspective of person who work professionally on editorials, on fashion editorials, on beauty editorials, and on commercial images. So pay attention to the fact that I speak as someone who work in this industry professionally and not someone who just do images for fun, because that's two different things. So when it comes to, I always say this is not professional technique, but still many people ask me why I didn't use it, why I don't use it. So why or when to not use frequency retouching technique? When you work on the editorials, whether it's fashion or beauty, don't use it on the skin ever. There are moments where I use it, but this is never the skin. I might use it if I want to make smooth background. Sometimes this technique might help with this small thing, very rarely. So one example I gave you, and sometimes it could help with some clothes. So if you need to smooth out some shadow or something like this, I believe you could use it, and that wouldn't make the image look wrong. So there are exceptions like this, but when it comes to the skin, never editorials. Also beauty images. So I mentioned editorials, you can also do beauty editorial, but when you do commercial, when you do beauty images, you never want to use it. And the reason for this is there is so much different shadows on the face, cheekbones, and other things. And if you are not experienced person, you might mess up. And this is not right, because even if it's beauty image, it should not look too clean, too perfect in the really high-end world. So I don't like the word high-end, but in professional world, like, this should not be used. It's usually kept very natural, regardless of the work you do. If you do beauty work, you're still trying to keep it as natural as possible. And I want to add one more thing. Don't use frequency separation if you are trying to make money as retoucher. So let's not pretend there is many websites like Fiverr or something like this where people offer image retouching for like $5, $10, maybe even a little more than that. And this is not good service. You won't find good retoucher there, I believe. So if you plan to make these few dollar offers for people who want to have image done quickly, that's okay. But if you want to work professionally and maybe sometimes make a little bit more money, get the contacts with good photographers, work on good editorials, on editorials that also pay, commercial work that pay well, this Fiverr way of doing things cheaply, using some techniques like frequency separation, techniques maybe like high pass, filter, etc., will not send you very far. So, putting it simple, if you think in professional terms, developing your career, try to forget about this technique. Then another part, when it's actually okay to use this technique. So when we do document portraits for driving license, maybe some school image, school document or something like this. It's good technique if we are not working with tablet like this one, Wacom tablet, so we can't really do nice selection everywhere. So if you don't use tablet, I'm assuming you're not professional. That's just a fact. And if you need to remove the eyeshadows and some other things and you work with the mouse, then it's okay to use frequency separation. It will actually help you with this simple images for documents. Be careful with passport images. They cannot be it's better to even not retouch passport image, so be careful maybe with that. That would be one exception. You can use it, but try to not mess it up. Family portraits. So if you like to take in family images and someone has very bad skin and you really don't care about image looking natural, but more likely you just don't want to have anything on the skin, you want smooth skin, and you don't do these things professionally, but that's just demand of the friend, customer, something like this. It's fine to use it as well, as long as that's the purpose of it. And also when you like to take portraits like natural light, amateur portraits that are not editorials, also this technique could be helpful on the skin. Although if you're a photographer who want to produce high quality natural light outdoor portraits, this technique will actually you can use it for some tasks, but you overusing it all the time will keep you down all the time in the progress of your career. That's just a fact. There's many photographers who use this technique a little bit, and their business is like natural outdoor photography, and they actually got very famous doing this, and they are able to keep this usage of this technique as little that they work still look professional. And I hope this distinction, these very simple things I wrote here, set the record straight. When to use it, when to not. You want to be professional retoucher, work on editorials? Sometimes maybe you need this for something, but you will never use it for the skin, really. Question, if you have really horrible skin, if you work on horrible skin and there is no other way to do it, there is way to do it. A lot of cleaning up, and of course when you work with this, with Wacom tablet, very basic one, cheap. So you will spend more time, then maybe you will destroy the texture, but there are the ways to try to produce in the elements of the image where you lost the texture, you can create or duplicate from other parts, other texture. My tutorials actually teach that. So there are ways. Don't think that if someone has very bad skin, there is no way of doing this without frequency separation. There is ways. And basic tools are just enough if you are experienced. So that's the thing. I hope sometimes I can do these videos, maybe more often if you will be interested. So I will see if some of you is watching. Let me know if you like it. If not, if that's just boring and you want tutorials also, just let me know. I want to produce these videos. I want to on YouTube. My goal is to make the videos that are not too complicated, that are simply explained. Maybe sometimes I can't do it, but I'm trying to explain them easily. So when it comes to tutorials, they will not be too complex. And when I talk, I want to explain my part. So thank you for watching. I hope I did not bore you. Let me know if you have some questions about retouching. Just tell me. I try to answer. Don't hesitate. If you want to learn professional things, check my website retouchingninja.com. There's free retouching course on portrait retouching essentials, and I think you would enjoy that. So I included image there, I included my Dutch and burn brush, So that will be good start, and you don't have to buy my other courses straight away. Just start with free stuff I offer and see if you like it or not. For now, thank you for watching. I hope you will not have questions. Everyone who will be asking me about frequency separation, I'll be just sending this video. And I hope this will explain something. So thank you. And I'll make sure the next one will be straight to the point tutorial. Thank you and bye-bye.